Research scope, a novel way to improve the visibility of Irish open access research. Purpose: to improve the findability of Irish OA research on the web, also to add an element of discovery to the repository records themselves, and it's done by the creation of additional code that generates keyword relationships between similar records across different repositories. There's a federation of 11 Irish repositories, and they're all harvested using Research Scope, which is a modified implementation of the Public Knowledge Project Harvester 2 software. The URL for Research Scope is researchscope.net. Research Scope harvests the metadata, and then keyword relationships between similar records across all of the different repositories are generated. Then the data is returned to the repositories in the form of links, which can be included at the bottoms of all of the individual record pages. The key point here is that if you create inward pointing links to a page, you increase its search ranking in Google. In practice, the links can actually appear at the bottom of each record in any of the repositories and connect to similar research in the same or other repositories. There's evidence that real keyword-rich links such as these are the best kind in terms of gaining a favorable search engine ranking. It's really important to remember that the vast majority of papers in your repository do not and will never have links pointing to them, in spite of the fact that they may be excellent pieces of research. With a lower page rank that results from this, they are less likely to be found by researchers. What Research Scope does is it breaks this cycle. So let's look at some examples. This is a page from our own repository in WIT. We're looking at a page about macular pigment optical density, and it's a specialist research group that we have here in WIT. I'm just showing you the layout of a typical page in a repository. There is a link at the top to the paper itself. In this case it's restricted due to the policies of the journal to which they published. An abstract and other relevant metadata here. And as far as that goes, it's a typical page, but at the bottom we have in addition these generated links. Many of them go to the same research group in WIT, others go elsewhere. Let's look at other repositories. Arrow at DIT, Dublin Institute of Technology, run their repository on bpress software. Again, a similar kind of page with metadata towards a coherent tertiary education approach. Okay, this paper is about education and European Union policy. If we scroll down, we can see the Research Scope generated links here. In UCD we have Education Policy Reform, Schooling. In DCU we have E-Learning, Lisbon Strategy. So these definitely are related in terms of subject to the paper which is linking them. Linus, the Irish Health Repository. This is the Health Service Executives Repository. They have quite a lot of items on their repository. Because it's a specialist repository concerned with health matters, many of the papers refer to other papers on the same repository. There's one down here which is different, that's to the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, also health related. The National Documentation Centre on Drugs Use, very specialist again, concerned with drugs and alcohol. And again we see the same pattern as in linus.ie, where one of them links to the Royal College of Surgeons and the rest are pretty self-referential. But that's to be expected. Let's take a look at another page. We're looking at Doris, Dublin City University's repository. This is based on ePrints. Again, follows this very similar pattern to all of the other pages. And at the bottom we have related open access research. And one of them is DCU and the others are Trinity College Dublin. Let's click on one of these TCD ones and see where it brings us. This is Tara, Trinity's repository, and they use DSpace. So there's three main types of repository software used in Ireland: DSpace, ePrints and bpress. Most of the papers here are pointing back to other items in Trinity College, but there's one there to Waterford Institute of Technology and another to Dublin City University. So that's it. You can check this out yourself. This was made possible by the creation of a Grease Monkey script, which is a special plugin you can get for Firefox. There's a script then which you can get from this URL here, researchscope.net/keyword. First link is to the plugin. Install that. Once you have that installed on Firefox, then you can install the script itself, and from then on, when you browse any repository in Ireland, you will get these links appearing at the bottom of each page. If you're interested in taking part or finding out more, do get in touch. My details are at the beginning of this presentation. Thank you very much.